Good evening, everybody, one and all. This is Darlene Mariano, also known as ArteDar, in the beautiful, wonderful Southern Cape May, New Jersey. Beautiful day today. Time to get out and start doing the walks and the gardening and the weeding and the pruning and everything else. My son's here and he's been helping me sort through things and get them straightened out. So, yeah, I am so happy that the good weather's here. Regardless of the pollen that gives us the sinus headaches and whatnot, we shall carry on and not complain. Just be glad we have it. So, this is kind of impromptu and an hour or so earlier than my regular time. I'm usually here 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I'm a little bit bored and wanted to start playing. So what I'm going to work on is my documented life. I pulled out one of the pages that I liked, and it said to use a quote that will carry you through the whole week. And this is by an unknown author, and it says, "Be a rose which gives fragrance even to those who crush it." So like I said, those who crush it, yeah, I'm going to still come up smelling like a rose no matter what this week. So I have a rubber stamp that I just got in the mail. It was on sale at Joann's online, and it's Gorgeous Girls and Urban Rubber Stamps. Simply gorgeous. And I think this one's called Friends. I think. Surely. Oh, it's called I Love You, Little Rabbit. And that's what she has, a little rabbit. And I remember being a little girl, we had lots of rabbits, so I liked that stamp. And I stamped it with a gray ink. I think it was StazOn, Dove Gray. So that you don't have the real harsh lines. You could use a sepia or a light brown color, whatever you like. But I like to do it either in a light brown or in a gray. And then go back and color it in with, I use Prisma Premier color pencils. So that's where I'm at, here early. Hi, Joyce, Moonlit Rose, and everybody else. Miko, stay away from the milk products. Yeah, truly. Links are open, girls. I believe they're still open. Yes, let me hit allow links. You can put in your blogs, your Ustreams. Share the love. Share the love. Okay? Anything interesting you want out there to share with us, just come out and play. Come out and play. I'm here early. We're just going to play. I don't know how the slashes happened, Gene. I thought your kitty cat was up there with you. That's funny. Hi, Claire. Sandy. Everybody that's here. Hi. 22 viewers already and 3 guests. Hello, guests. If you're new to this forum and you're not quite sure how it works, it's free to join. Just sign up, jump in, talk to everybody in the chat. We're friendly. We get along. I see other names that I missed coming in. We could do the Romper Room. Angel Bug, Blissful Crafter, Carol OK, Cindy W, Darcy, Deb Crafty, Dixie Doodles, Eileen, got paint in my hair, John, Joanne, Kitty, Lori, Lilibel, Miss Miko, Miss Priss, Moonlit Rose, Jean, Music Scrap, Jana, Seafoam Blue, Sarah, Sunset Cabin, Carol, Susan, and Vaughn. Welcome, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I love you. I love you all. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. I called you out, didn't I, Lori? Just going over there and looking at all those. There's that little gear on the bottom of the chat box and a little half a potty person. I don't know where that came from, but that was so funny. That was so funny, the potty people. So we all have our own half potty person on our chat box. All right, stop, Dar, you're getting silly. Sillier. I'm already silly. Alright, you've seen me do this color pencil things before, so I'm just going to get into it real quick and try to get this done so that I can work on the art journal part the art journaling page. Little neck, little cheeks, going around. There's her arm. Okay, I go into the blush and do her little cheeks. Then a blush, pink blush. She has big cheeks, right? And then I can go into the white right down the bridge of the nose and the highlight on the forehead. If I put that white on now, then I'm not going to get other color on it where I don't want. And then the flesh, oh, that's tan. Here's the light flesh. Hi, Erica. I look up and I see, hello, hello, hello. I was bored. I said, I want to play. I'm tired of waiting. Why do I have to wait until 6 o'clock to play? You know, why? You do not have to wait until 6, or you can just do it now. Let me know if you see Patty or anybody else come on the stream. We can go over there and then come back here later. I'm not going anywhere. Now this is the terracotta that goes on, and that just adds a little bit more of a dimension. And then I go back to the white and I blend it all together. This white creamy pencil. You just try to stay with the form of the face, the round parts, and see how that it just blends in. And I think I'll go back with a little bit more of this dark flesh. Now, gorgeous girls, they don't have a nose and they don't have a mouth. But just like with the Julie Nutting stamps, some of her girls, not the Bloom girls, the other ones, the first ones that came out, they don't have a face either. And I like to put the face on them. I do. I like to put the face. But I'm going to leave these little girls just the way they were intended. Without the nose. Without the mouth. And I need my brush. Get all those little loose pieces running around. Bup, 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 bup. More crayon. Right in here. I find that I can usually get about 3 layers before it starts smearing and it doesn't really work. I can go back in and make the cheeks a little darker. Don't you love to sit in crayon and color and draw just like we did when we were kids? I think I was at the post office and the postal clerk there is a really nice gentleman. He'd always ask me about packages, what's in them, anything dangerous, hazardous, you know, on they go. And I'd always say, no, it's art. So one day I decided, not too long ago, I would just show him. And he was quite interested. He was sincere and genuine. He says, I'd like to see more. Which I thought was nice. I thought it was real nice. So, now he knows not to ask. Alright, I'd say she's colored enough. Now I need that black pen to give her eyes, because once I color over it, sheesh. Let me find a nice black. Are you girls chatting? Did Dar start with a stamp? Yeah, Joanne, I did. I started with this one. It's Urban Rubber Stamps. Simply Gorgeous. And this one is, I said it before, I think it says, I love you, little rabbit. That's the name of this one. I love you, little rabbit. And I got it on sale. They're about $5.95, and this is a two-piece. It also has a frame. They're coming in sets with more and more little pieces that go with them. Here's a couple of the first ones that I had gotten a long time ago. They're starting to come with a multiple piece of rubber stamps for $5.95. I'm not complaining about $5.95 for a pretty little stamp like that. And Joann's online had free shipping or 40% off one regular priced item. I opted for the free shipping because I looked both ways. They are so cute, aren't they, Vaughn? There aren't a whole lot of little girl stamp type rubber stamps that I get, but a few, and this is one of them. I like gorgeous girls, always did. Now I'm going to look for a black marker, fine tip. This is a Sharpie, it's pretty fine, to get in the eyes and put the eyes back on. Because I covered them up. And you can laugh. And you can call me silly, which I already am, and I don't care. But I use a magnifying glass. Now, if you're younger, you don't need to do this. Right? That one needs to be a little bit. But let me read you my senility prayer. God grant me the senility to forget the people I never liked anyway, the good fortune to run into those, the ones I do, and the eyesight to tell the difference. Yeah, and the eyesight to tell the difference. Waiting for my new glasses. Alright, she's got little pumpkin seeds, or something like a pumpkin seed for her eyes. Watermelon seed. More like it. She has eyes. I love my magnifying glass. I've been using it for years, long before my eyesight was bad, just to get a good close-up of everything. Isn't that funny? God grant me the senility to forget the people I never liked anyway, and the good fortune to run into those ones that I do, and the eyesight to tell the difference. That's me. Alright, let's see. I'm going to probably leave her little dress in the white with the gray tones. I didn't get the gray tones out. Here's the black pencil. We can start with the hair. It's fun. A little more pressure. See? When you start doing this kind of stuff, you get quiet. We all do. We all do. Actually, this should almost come second nature and not even have to think about it. This kind of coloring, huh? Alright. Yeah, she's a cutie patootie. Try to make the curls just a little bit fatter than maybe they should be so that I can cut it out. I will be cutting her out. Gonna have to put up with a little fussy cutting, girls. Sorry. So how is everyone? Jamie, I'm beginning to sound like Steph Miller. She's such a sweetheart. She says that often on her streams. How is everybody? And we're having super fun. So she has a little bit of highlight just by missing some of it. Good enough. Go back in a little darker here and there. Darker right there. Okay, look. Yes, and Steph Miller, the cutest. She's so sweet. She is. Well, I love those Prima girls. It looks like Marion Smith is growing in her own rights with her own products, which I'm really happy for her. Let me find some gray. Lily! My son's out there. He should be able to see. It's neighbor. Lily! Lily! I said to my son, I'm live, and he goes, well, that's good. Yeah, live and live. The neighbors, and the kids go out and walk down the street. I think she thinks she's the mayor of the township here. She's always letting the neighbors know. I see you. I see you. Looking for some grays. All right, these are the Durant color pencils. These are the other pencils. One of these days I might get the whole collection. I might. But there's so many other wonderful products to get. Why buy the whole set when you have the majority of them, right? She is my guard dog mode, Jean. She definitely is. I would feed her every day just to get her to protect me. She's good at it. Yep. You figure majority of the day goes by and she doesn't say a single word. Not a single bark. So, to me, she's just talking. Basenji talk. I've learned how to talk in Basenji myself. It's funny, she'll imitate me. And I'll imitate her. Just like we did in school. Just doing a heavier outline on the outside, and that gives the start of your three-dimensional darker. Can bring it in a little bit. And that gives it that shading. I wondered why we did that when we were kids. We used to outline everything first. Why did we outline it? To make it look three-dimensional. I was good at that. Took me a long time to even want to do crayons and these colorings and these stamps and stuff because I had done so much of it as a kid. It's like, that's not a challenge. That doesn't look, like something I want to do as an adult. But, back in my second childhood again, and I find it quite relaxing and fun to sit and color and draw. Who knew? That would be the last thing I ever picked up as far as a medium to do and play. All those crayons I played with as a kid. Alright, so there it's got little dots. And I'll go back with the white and kind of smoosh it all over. And blend it in, blendy, blendy. You always outline your coloring too, Di? Hi, Di! Hi, everybody! How are those kids? Oh, Di, you put up some of the prettiest pictures of your kids, your children. They're beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I didn't think this would be one of the things I ever revisited again as an adult, but like I said, I'm in my second childhood, and I can play paper dolls. Good. I'll put a little bit of this gray up here in her hair. Not that it's going to be gray, but it's just blended. Blendy, blendy, blendy. I think black hair is one of the hardest ones to get because it's not supposed to be solid black, is it? Well, it can, but that's not how it really is in real life. All right. Zeddy. We're going to do the Zeddy. The Zeddy on the legs. The black and the white stripes that have always been so popular. Yeah, they're Prisma. I love the, and they're the, I'll put it up close so you can see it. They're the premier. Oh, get under there. See, when you have a lot of other things in the background, it's hard to get it to focus. So if you put something like this in there, and then bring it down, it'll focus. See it? My eyes are blurry. There. Almost there. Almost. Almost. I'd do better if I just read it. Premier. Prisma. They're creamy. They're soft and creamy. You like the Gamsol? I've never tried it. I want to come stay with you, Eileen, for a few days and just play along with you. Darn it. You have all the cool tools and stuff. Yes, you do. Alright, let me see. Where's this? Little girl's leg starts black at the bottom. Come on down? Alright. You have that open door policy. I can just let you know I'm coming. A couple days ahead of time, a week ahead of time. Oops. Well, they say if you make a boo-boo, you can use a regular pencil eraser. Let's see if mine will work. Find a decent eraser. Yep, the eraser works. You don't always have to scratch it off. The kids are having fun. They have these four-wheeler ATV, all-terrain vehicles. Dads are out there with them. The kids are going crazy, riding them up and down. Because I live on a dead end. At the end of this street is a huge field with lots of paths. We have horses come up this road. It's called a boulevard, but it's not a boulevard, trust me. There's no way this road is a boulevard. It's a road. It's so small it doesn't even have a cul-de-sacs. You can't even turn around. So I think I'll go back with the gray and go on the sides so it looks rounded. You can hear the sound like motorbikes too. Little mopeds and stuff. Really, Carol? Gamasol? It's kind of like a chemical. One of the stronger chemicals. Alright, I think that's good. Now, I could leave the bunny white, because that's what we had when we were kids, were white bunnies. I think I will. Not that I don't love brown bunnies. I do love brown bunnies, but this is... I'm sorry I didn't warn you first. This is going to be a white bunny for me. The majority of the bunnies that we had when we were kids were white. Daddy came home with a whole bunch of them one time. So there he is, little white bunny. Good enough. Good enough. And time to fussy cut. Hi, Sandy Beach. Okay. How fussy can we fussy be? It's 5:30. Somebody remind me when it's 6 o'clock so we can draw our random winner for homework. Homework next week is going to be any theme from Mother Goose that you choose. There's lots of rhymes and stories in the Mother Goose book, such as Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and probably dozens and dozens and dozens more. So you have your pick of any nursery rhyme. It doesn't, you can, but it doesn't specifically have to be Mother Goose herself riding that bird, the goose. Okay. Lots and lots of prompts in that. Lots of things you could pick from. Well, darn near cut the curl off. Well, I'll be able to glue it down. Maybe it just bent. That's probably what it did. It just bent up. Too much paper in the way. We had barbecue sloppy joes for dinner tonight with shells, macaroni shells with the herb and garlic sauce, which was yum. So I'm ready to hang out for quite a while without feeling like I'm starving. I'm not starving. I ate. My son brought it in to me, 2 sloppy joes, barbecue pork, and I said, I can't eat 2. I did. If it hadn't been in front of me, I wouldn't have. But I didn't eat all the macaronis. I said, it was one or the other. It was either going to be a barbecue sandwich or macaronis. I said, I opted for the good stuff. Yes, this takes a little bit of time, but it's all worth it in the end. Alright, almost there. Have to clip around the bunny tail. The fuzzy wuzzy. I went to see my niece Thursday. Carrie and I went up to see the niece. The baby's 4 months old and so sweet and smiles and laughs at everything. So happy baby. Happy baby. Okay. What are the sloppy joes? Well, there's different kinds, Joyce. There's hamburger that you could cook down and make it tender and add barbecue sauce out of a bottle or make your own homemade. Or there's a boneless, any kind of pork roast that you want to cook, slow cook and get it really soft and then shred it and add barbecue sauce. They're usually called sloppy joes because they're sloppy. When you pick up a hamburger bun with this meat and sauce in it, it just drips. They're messy, but that's what makes them so good. Actually, the messy sauce. When I went to Martha's last 4th of July, I made a big pot of homemade peach apricot barbecue sauce, which is perfect for pork. And we were going to have spare ribs and all that. So it was really, really good, if I may say so myself. I made some good homemade barbecue sauce that weekend for that holiday. And I was thinking about making some more. But the barbecue sauce that we used this time, it was not homemade. It came right out of a bottle. What can I say? I do like to buy the specialty kind of sauces. Like if I go to TJ Maxx or Tuesday Mornings, they'll have Paula Deen and maybe Wolfgang Puck or whatever, big names in sauces. I like to try theirs. Usually Paula Deen's sauce is one of the best barbecue sauces in the world. So it's not like always a generic Heinz 57 variety. I do spend a little bit extra to get those specialty sauces because they're worth it. You're putting it in your mouth. You're going to taste it. Might as well taste something good. And then that goes there. I cut it so I could get in there. All right, I think I got the edges as much as I can get. Okay, not for vegetarians then. Well, you could do a vegetarian sloppy joe. They have vegetarian burgers, veggie burgers. I'm sure you could get the veggie burgers and cook them nice and tender and then put that in the sauce. The sauce is vegetarian sauce. It's tomatoes, garlic, onions. Okay, these go over here. These are here. No, I'm not a vegetarian. As much as I think I'd like to be. Because I certainly love all the vegetarian foods. Especially if somebody else prepares it for me. I think making a salad is a long, tedious ordeal. And thank goodness I have my son because he loves making salads. He's good at it. He makes fancy salads with all kinds of vegetables. And to me, that's a meal. I don't need other thing with it. It could be meatless. It could have a little bit of chicken. Over Easter, we came home with some takeout. I got smoked salmon, couple pieces, fillets of smoked salmon, and smoked whiting fish. I love the smoked whiting. Still have that whiting fish to eat, but we ate the salmon. Love fish. Can vegans and vegetarians eat fish? I guess not. I don't know. I think I'd like to make the bunny's eyes a little bit darker. Just for fun, right? And done. Now we can move on to the mixed media part, putting it all together on a page. Scrap buttons and bows. Hello, hello. Open this up. She's going to go in here. These are going to go in here. Let me get a little bit of a layout and a scheme plan of the things. before I start stamping with the celery, but for roses. How about that? I'm not going to cut the whole thing up yet, but I want to see, you know how we do things in 3s and 7s and 5s and I'll cut up each word when I get ready to glue it down. Beer rose, which gives to those, gives fragrance. I bought a couple of those Tim Holtz folios, photo folios. I started working on those too. They're a lot of fun, but I won't be using mine for putting photographs in. I don't take photographs too much anymore. Maybe again someday. I don't know when. The next event I go to will probably take lots of pictures and want to journal that. So there's 1, 2, and 3. I could get it all mushed together, but I think that's where I'd like to have this. And then I can figure out where I want to put my roses. All over the place, huh? Okay, good enough right now. I've been a vegetarian 45 years. Awesome. That is a way of life. And you don't eat fish either, do you? I asked that question, but I didn't look up to see. Hi, Lucy Jane. I probably wouldn't have a problem doing it, to be honest with you, Joycey. Probably wouldn't. I guess what held me back was having been married and not marrying somebody who was also interested in it. They wanted their meat and potatoes. Well, I've seen some families, they will cook 3 and 4 different meals, or 3 and 4 different types of food for one meal so that everybody's happy. I say, you're crazy. In my house, you cook one meal, eat it or go hungry. Hi, Anna. I came in early because I was, oh, no animals and no fish either. No fish. Now that would be a little difficult because I do like fish more than anything. But Di, you do have to cook several different meals. All right, one for you and then one for the rest of the family because they're not on board. Yeah. Okay, let's try. Where's Joycey? Joycey's probably figuring, Dar's not on until 6. I got plenty of time. Primary red. Red. Deep red. Let's try a little pink with it. And before I go right directly to the project, I think I'd like to do a couple practice ones right here because I've never stamped with celery before. Let's blame it on Joycey. Although veggie stamping has been done for years, I just never did it. But she's inspired me. I love how you girls, each and every one of you, is so diverse. And you have so many different things to share for us to learn and appreciate and try and do. And it's cool. It's cool that we get together on the internet.
Do you need a drink?
I have a Coca-Cola, son. Thank you. Hi, Tracy. It's good morning, girls. Good morning, Tracy. It's good to see you. Just doing a little mixed media stuff here. I'm going to try doing a little acrylic stamping with a celery and a lemon. See what we get. I guess I need to make some kind of palette. Let's see. Do I want a paper plate? Maybe. Maybe, baby. And try a couple of these. I've never stamped with celery before. I ate an avocado last night. I was half tempted to keep the seed. And you know how you take that center big huge seed out of the avocado and you stick toothpicks in it? And you put it in a glass of water and then it'll sprout? I've had so many of them. Quite a few years ago, I even had a great big huge plant. I planted it outside and it was doing so well. So well. I don't know what happened to it. Never did come to fruit. But avocado plants are fun to grow. Yeah, it's that early in the morning for you, Tracy? Wow. I don't know, Moonlight Rose Joyce. It probably will. I'm thinking we could do a secret message. We could write with lemon, and it would be a secret message, right? I guess pushing it on with the palette knife is not the operative way to do it because it's going down in the holes. Maybe just stamping into the paint would be the better way. I'm getting more paint down in the grooves than I am on the... Alright, let's see what it looks like. Ooh, it's a rose. I dig it. I'm going to go push this up. Hopefully not get it all over this paper. Why'd I do it right there in the center? God only knows. I'm such a ditz. I didn't think it out. I didn't think it through. Well, we're going to have a rose on the back of this. That's all there is to it. Cut off the end of the celery. Yeah. Aw, you're just getting up. You better get some coffee or tea. If you're a coffee drinker, tea drinker, I don't remember, Tracy, what you like. What's your mojo in the morning? I know one girl, she has Pepsi. She lives on Pepsi-Cola. She's from the Pepsi generation. Now I can see how this be cute. Also, like, pull back a couple of these so you have various sizes. Do more than one because they're all the same size practically. After I finish with these bigger ones, I think I will pull back a couple of the stems so that I can have various sizes. Do I have enough big ones? Let's get back up in the program here. Do you think I have enough big ones? Center stage. It's cool. Let's take a couple of these back and see if we can do a smaller version. Might as well take them off all the way, Dar. You're not going to revisit that again on this page. I just have to eat more celery, right? Seem to have enough paint. Let's get in the pink a little more. There. Give me a various sizes. Celery roses are pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I have enough, don't I? Dar has enough roses. I'm going crazy with them because I like it. All right, multiples. I get a baby wipe my hands. They are pretty. Now I think, yes, nature is extremely fascinating. I like painting with feathers too. Let's see what the lemon one does. It's going to look like a lemon, no doubt. Oh, it won't even take the paint because it's so wet. It's pretty, but I don't know what it is. It's a different kind of flower, right? It didn't really take up a lot of the paint because it was so wet. Of course, I'm running out of paint now. It's lemonade. Lemonade flowers. Pretty cool. Alright, let me get my dryer. Duck your ears if you have headphones on. Can't have enough roses. That's right, lit rose. Can't have enough roses. That was fun. I have to do that again and again and again. I liked it. Set that over and use that again and again until I get it all filled up. But for now, I'll put it like that. Oh, it's pom-pom daisy. Yeah, it's cool. Alright, let me get a paintbrush and try to do some leaves. How about it? Green. Green, green, green. It's not really a true green, but that'll make a nice highlight with some white maybe. Time's going slow, I think. Where's that chartreuse green? I really like a real bright chartreuse too. That's lighter, but it's not the chartreuse that I love. Hi, Lily. Have you been painting and drawing, Tracy? You've been doing some girl faces? I haven't drawn any girl faces in a while. I should get back to it. Need to get back to it. That's a dark green. Looks like the same one I just put down. Alright. Now I had a paintbrush, but it was a water paintbrush, and I'm not so sure that I want to use that one. So I'm looking for another one. Lots of paintbrushes to choose from. Maybe I'll use the flat. No, you haven't done any lately, Tracy? And don't rose leaves kind of come in threes? I don't know. I think they do. On the branch, they'll be in a group of three. So, could give that like little thorny look on the edge like this. A real rose leaf. Doot, 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 doot. Go back and do that on the rest of them. So they don't look like a vine leaf, right? I'm having fun. You girls have a project? I know Jonna said she has a project she's working on. Groups of five. Oh, okay, Vaughn. Groups of five. How about that? I love it when you have a project and you're going to do something. You really study it and you look up the information. Robert Michener, who wrote so many wonderful, wonderful novels, he was a stickler for facts. When he wrote the book Hawaii and different books that he wrote, he wanted factual facts. He didn't want anything made up. I think it would be pretty, like Joe was doing the other day with some baby's breath in there, huh? Okay. Ooh, lots of ugly. I missed something. Working through the uglies. Yeah, yeah. You're not supposed to still be cleaning, Jean. Man, that's a lot of work. Need some more green. I like this dark. I think this is the one. Yep, that's the one. I'm having fun, fun, fun. Oh, but you have to. 6 months of a mess on your desk. You know, Jean, I know people that have to have it like that or they're not creative. They want the chaos. They want everything in front of them so they're inspired and just pick and pull from this and that they've already worked on. So for some people, it really does work. Millieanne was one of them. She said she liked chaos. Millieanne, she's one of the very first artists I used to follow years and years and years ago. Take the bus tour. Take the tour. Get on board. And I saw pictures of her art studio and her tables and stuff, and they were chaos. For real. For real. But I guess it does come to a point where you can't find what you really want. You don't want to go get more. I can understand that. I'm not going to go buy another ruler because I can't find the one I had. I think I've been playing with these leaves long enough. I don't know, is it because I'm on stream that I always feel like I have to just keep pushing on, moving on, and get done with something, as opposed to when it's me, myself, and I could just sit and paint on this for an hour, you know, and just real particular, and oh, I want it this way, and oh, I need to have it that way. I don't know. I think it's me. Something's wrong with me. That I rush through it when I'm with you girls. I do. I rush through things. I think I have enough green so far. Let that rinse out and then put some highlights. Good night. Aw. Okay. All right, Tracy. Hope to see you again next week or sometime. Absolutely. She's a doll. Girl, Tracy is a doll baby. Thanks, Vaughn. Now watch me ruin it, okay? No, I don't want to ruin it, but thank you. I think this might have to. She's going to need to be grounded. Maybe some charcoal or something to give her a place to stand. I need to go back in. I put so much paint on these leaves that they're thick. I'm going to have to wait until they dry to be able to put highlights in them. Really thick paint, but I like it. It's textured. Thank you, Vaughn. And getting that from you, you're such a beautiful artist. Your art just blows me away. Seriously, blows me away. Beautiful work. Sweet dreams, Tracy. Oh, you're not going? Okay. Yeah, it's morning for you, but you do have to have breakfast, right? I think actually it probably looks better with that on the bottom, this on the top. If I could flip it over. You know, it has more weight with the two on the bottom like this and one on the top. What was I thinking? Oh, you're more than welcome, Vaughn. You're a beautiful artist. Your stuff rocks. It's Lynn who's going. Hi, Jess. Do you have? I know Jess has some of the gorgeous girls. This was my newest one. I only got one, and it's I Love My Rabbit. And they're coming in multiple pieces now. See how it has this outer frame? The frame on the outside, the big white frame around it, square or rectangle frame. Yeah, I think it looks better too, Lucy Jane, with it heavier on the bottom and light on the top. I did not see it as I was doing it, but I see it now. Let there be light. I see. I think she's going like that. And then the quote that I wrote and typed and then printed out, it can actually go elsewhere. It doesn't have to be on the front page. What did I say again? It says the rose, be a rose. I can spread it all out. I do want to color these too with some inks, some dye inks. Be a rose which gives fragrance even to those who crush. I'm missing a piece. Oh boy. I lost it. I'm losing it. I think this is it. No, the word it with the period on it. Gone. Nah, I do not want to type it out again. And I didn't save it. Duh. Maybe it's not meant to be. Sometimes that's how the world works, right? The little fates, my mojo fates come in and change things up on me. And no. I don't know. I gotta find the word it. Excuse me, girls. I am so sorry. It's taking up time. Please let me know when it's 6. Oh, it's after 6. We gotta do our drawing. So we'll do the drawing and then I'll look for my word that I lost. Holy moly. I lost the word. Couldn't have gone too far. Carrie, you want to come pull a name for me?
Too little or so more could fit.
Well, I had to sort through and take out the multiple names of the people that had already won, so that everybody has a fair chance at winning.
Dee Dee!
Yay! Dee Dee won! Awesome sauce. All right, Dee Dee, if you see the recording later, or we tweet ya. Now I have to look around at the back of the computer where I threw these. Yeah, literally probably threw them up here and it went sliding off the side, down the side, over here, over there somewhere. Okay, yay, Dee Dee! Dee Dee's our winner for the homework. Hugging Oz. Hugging Australian. I loved what Sandy Jones put up. We were all dying, laughing, cracking up so hard when she just posted a picture of Oz Grand, Jenny, She posted a picture of Jen from when she did the New Year's Eve streamathon. Oh, I found it exactly where I thought it would be. I found it, girls. It's just a matter of getting to it. There's a lot of tools and things right there. There, I found my word. It. I'm happy. All is good in the universe again. Where do I put the recordings? They stay on the Ustream, Tracy. You're already following me, or are you clicking the link directly from Facebook? You are in Ustream right now, and you are following me. LOL. Click on my name, and then click follow, and you'll be able to come back to Ustream and see the recordings. Maybe Jean or Jess or somebody, Eileen, somebody can explain it better than I can. I know I'm missing the point. I'm somehow not explaining it properly for Tracy or anybody else to be able to come back and watch recordings. On your top bar, your Ustream broadcaster, there's some drop-down menus. I think it says Explore. When you click on Explore, you'll have a drop-down menu, and it could be Follow. Following is the word. You'll click on Following, and you'll see a list of other Ustreamers that you literally follow, and you can click the one you want. Is that explaining it properly? Okay, thank you, Eileen. On the top of the chat window, there is a video link to all videos are there. Okay. Thank you, Eileen. I hope that helps you, Tracy. Unless I had another computer set up and right here beside me to be able to go through the motions myself to tell you exactly. My memory is not going to be able to click on every image of what you have to click on to get to it. That's the problem. Duh. Do you remember the YouTube vids I did, Tracy? Have you gone in and see some of the YouTubes that I did years ago? They're still there. And a lot of the girls that do a Ustream, if it's a decent stream and it's not forever and ever, you have the option of transferring it from Ustream to YouTube. And I think I did that on a recording, not on a broadcast. I've done a few. Anybody who streams knows that they can go into their broadcaster and not hit broadcast, just hit record and record themselves and then post it without the interaction of the group and the chat. I have done a few when I just want to put the information or the project that I was doing and working on. Just a quick little vid to show them what I've been doing. So, yeah, Jean or anybody, if you Jana and Darcy, if you want to make up like something did not record for you and it's missed and you want to do it again, but you don't want the interaction of the whole chat and everything, you can just go in and hit record and it'll do your show for you. Yeah, you can do that, Lucy Jane. Just record, not broadcast. I think I might start doing that too, Jean. Start putting them over on YouTube because I haven't had anything over there in over a year. Well, since before Dickie got sick. All right, let's see. Where's my page? It's starting to dry, the leaves. I can hit it with the heat gun. Hopefully I don't blow these little guys all over the place. And let me do that. Duck your ears. I want to dry the leaves so I can get some highlights on them. Do some baby's breath. hope it's dry enough. Now I'll get a flat brush, a wide flat brush, and do some highlighting with that that other toll painting technique. Spin this around and find a flat brush. Alright, a decent wide flat brush. Angular ones I like. I need some clean water, so if you excuse me for just 1 minute, I'll go get some clean water. I'll be right back. Okay, I have some fresh, clear water, which is important for trompe-l'oeil. Trompe-l'oeil is French, which means to fool the eye. And to fool the eye, you want it to look like it's real and three-dimensional. And this is not exactly the masterpiece or the piece to do it in. I had made one before Christmas. I was going to give it to my Aunt Dar. I did not give it to her. I still have it. I want to give it to her in person. I haven't seen her. So the trompe-l'oeil is with this floating of the paint to get your three-dimension and your highlights and your lowlights and stuff. So that's kind of one of the better, more recent trompe-l'oeil toll painting that I did. That does go to Aunt Darlene this summer, actually. She's down to the shore. She's down to Sea Isle City. So I'll be able to go over and visit with her. And I'm sure you could find a YouTube on it. I've not actually looked for one on YouTube. And I probably should to see if my technique's anywhere close to... I had taken a small one-day, couple-hour toll painting class so that I could get the technique. And then years later, I went back and took a couple more. What was nice about going to the other class that I went to is you could bring your own project, whatever substrate, if you wanted to do it on wood or canvas or slate, whatever you wanted. And the woman who was sponsoring it supplied all your paints. She had racks and racks and racks of paints. And she would give you the tips and the critiques and how to do it better or what you're doing wrong. So I did that for a few classes. I had gone to the county college to learn how to use a computer. Well, by the time I got to take the class, I'd already learned the basics on the computer. The only thing that I hadn't really learned yet was how to cut and paste. Copy, cut, and paste. So I did get one thing out of the class that I took. And I met a woman who liked to toll paint, and she invited me over, so I started going there for a while. But it didn't last very long. So basically, you just, again, I'm not here to teach a formal class. I'm here to play, but if you learn or you're inspired or you see something you'd like to try, and, you know, just putting it out there. A lot of water, just lightly blot it off. Your brush is still fairly wet, and then on your angle brush you're going to go on this side, and they have specific papers that I have it too, but I'm too lazy to get it out. And this is a wax coated plate where you just drag your brush like this until it bleeds into the brush, and that can give you either a dark shadow or a highlight depending on what color paint you use and where you do it. So thinking that the light is coming from this direction down, I'm just putting them up here. And didn't quite bleed into my brush enough to give it a really good drag. My paint was thick. Thicker than I expected it to be. And that's how you would get your highlights in there. Do some in the roses. But look it up on YouTube. I'm sure you can get a really good formal class on a technique. Trompe-l'oeil. Oh, really, Vaughn? You're the sweetest. You know, I oftentimes think of myself that you and I are very much alike as far as putting out the compliments and stuff there. That I just get so excited watching other girls and what they're doing. I just need to tell them, oh, that's so cool, or this is great, and you're a lot like me. You just put it out there. You're honest with it. You know, it's sincere. The kudos and the compliments, they're very sincere. So I finally found another kindred spirit that talks like I do. It's always putting a really sweet, kind message out there. I've had that conversation many times with people that I'm really close to, that there are some types of people that are just all sunshine and happy-go-lucky, and they're so full of it that pessimist people, negative people, they just don't get it. How can you be so full of sunshine all the time? And we think to ourselves, how can you be so cranky all the time? Well, it's the yin and the yang. It's what balances it out. You got cranky people and you got happy-go-lucky people. Well, I'm sure there's a variety of other types also. The ones that play it right down the middle of the road don't show a whole lot of emotions either way. Alright, I almost lost my words, but that's about as much on the highlighting as I'm going to do for the leaves. Let's see what's next. Oh, the baby's breath. Now that I had the white paint out there. Oh, I knew it. Oh, Brenda, you're moving. That's sweet. It's exciting, and it's also work. It can be stressful. It can be really, really, really exciting, and then again, it can be really, really stressful. Not everybody likes change, and when it's forced upon us, then it's like when it really becomes stressful. I loaded up this brush. I watered it down a little bit. That latex was really, really thick. Now I'm going to see if I can get some spatters to do some baby's breath. Maybe like right in here. Tapping it down so that it doesn't come back in my face. Good luck, Brenda. You'll be fine. Not enough. Let's put some more on. Let's try a little more water. I see a little bit of spurts, but not nearly as big. I might even have to get my splatter tool out. There it goes. Yeah, hit down on it, girl, so you don't have it come back up in your face. Yes, it is. Tap down. And that's about as much spatter as I got on it. There's the close-up. And there's the close-up. Yeah, tap down. Definitely. So I could be lazy and get a pen and draw it in, or I could get a brush and paint it on, but let me get the heat gun first and dry those little specks. That's nice, Lucy Jane. She just likes moving, but she likes getting there. There you go, Jess. You can do it. You probably produce more artwork in a day than I do in a week. More cards and more art than I do in a whole week. I'm sure you do. So you're entitled to have a break. You have to go when your mojo tells you to. Don't force it. You know that. You can't force it. It has to come when you're ready. When the mojo says, I'm ready to play. I'm bored. I need something to do. Don't force it. Take those breaks when you need to. When you rejuvenate and take those breaks, you'll get inspired by something and you'll say, oh, I need to go do that. I'm inspired. Yeah, packing and stuff, it's a lot of work. But it's self-gratification in the end. That happens too, Lucy Jane. You get it so cleaned up, you don't want to go tear it up again. In fact, I said that to my son today. I said, I'm going to go do a stream and I'll have my room all torn apart after I just got it so nicely cleaned up. I like to keep it organized and straightened up, but one stream, just one stream for a couple hours, it's like a tornado goes through here. Because I'm so compact. I don't have a huge room with lots of space that you can just tables and counters to put things on. Hi, Didi. Did Didi come in? Okay. E.T. sent you the tweet and you saw it. Awesome. Yep, Didi, you're the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Actually, I have your package all ready to mail. This will be separate. This is going to come in a separate envelope, okay? You won't get your prize for participating in the homework with the box that I have. Oh, the Claire magazine. You're welcome, Dee Dee. You are so welcome, I'm sure, and more. All right, I'm doing the technique that you were showing Bren the other day, putting your little splatters down to get your baby's breath. I used the Joyce's celery. Well, I pulled some of the leaves or stalks off already to make a small. I did the large imprint first, and then I did the small one. Drew the leaves, painted them out, highlighted them, did a little rubber stamp girl and painted her, or not painted her, drew her and colored her. And we're still working on it. This is for Documented Life, and it said to give a quote that'll get you through the whole week. And I have it all mixed up now, but I'll read it to you. And then I'm going to glue it down. It says, be a rose, which gives fragrance even to those who crush it. So I wanted to put roses on here. I'm going to be a rose. I'm going to come up smelling like a rose, no matter what. They're beautiful, Dee Dee. They're beautiful. And I did a lemon. But the lemon was so juicy, it just didn't pick up a whole lot of the paint. But it did give kind of a cool, unusual looking flower type thing. Doesn't really look like a lemon now. But anyway, we're inspired by Joycey to play with the veggies. And hello, Kathleen. Did I miss anybody? And Vaughn has her intense blocks. Yay. Well, I showed you earlier. Where'd it go already? I got some pastels, the oily kind. I like the oily kind that you can smear. Where'd it go? Not too far, you know. All you have to do is set a piece of paper on top of something and it's gone. Showing the girls my new math scanner too. I don't even have that plugged in yet. Oh, here they are in front of me. I found my H2Os for the twinkly stuff that Rach gave me, and these are the ones I got. And then I was spraying my Delusions and some of my homemade inks into one of these, and then reconstitute it with some squirts of water, and you can get the prettiest pastel colors instead of those really dark, vibrant, which I love both, either or. But if you want a pastel color, not so intense, doing it this way really works. It works. I was happy with that. So these are the ones I got, the Junior Artist Student Quality Oil Pastels. Oil pastels are so fun. So much fun. In fact, I think I'll use some of it on this layout. We have to give her a little bit of a ground to stand on. I was thinking doing the charcoal, but I think I'll go right to the black. And she's going to go right here amongst the roses. No, she's got to go over here. But she's kind of in the back. So I'll put it right here. And then finger smear, right? Isn't that fun? Woo! I got the dolphin voice. Smear it, smear it, smear it. But that is a little bit harsh, so let's put some green around it. Because naturally she might be standing in the grass instead of on blacktop. She's not standing in the road, is she? Why I went for the black? Who knows? I love these oily pastels. And I didn't have but a couple that came in the mail as samples. And that's been years that I've had the samples. I use the samples more than I use. I know, they're smeary, and then I guess take paper and bring it up a little bit more if it's too much. Smear it down in there some more. I guess like with some other mediums like this, you might need to seal it. I don't know. I'm not going to seal mine. Mine's just going in a book. I like that. They were $5. Couple dollars. I'm sure you could probably go in any craft store and pick them up, you know, for probably like $4 even. Just a couple dollars for a nice selection. Something to play with. Every year that they won't make it, they come out with something new. That's cool, Claire. Isn't it, though, that they come out with something new? Sandy likes the H2Os. You did, Tracy? You used to sell the H2Os? Maybe I could put a little H2O on some of these. Bring in the shine. Oh, I didn't finish my baby's breath yet. Let's one thing at a time, Dar. I think I'm going to cheat and use a pen. That's too light. But, you know, we all have, I do, an assortment of pens. Permanent inks, fine tips. I'm looking for the right color green. I think that's pretty close. This one's too bright. Call it cheating. I don't care. I guess I could go back in and do a little bit bigger on the dots. Let's do that. Sometimes dot making with a stylus is fun. I have different size stylus points. It needed a couple bigger. It did. It needed some of these bigger dots anyway. Baby's breath. better glue her down before she's... Alright, I can't make myself just do one thing at a time. I'm just like all over the board. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to do this. See how you get me all excited, girls? Don't you love your art? Don't you just love to play? I can't help myself. I get so excited. Go into my usual craft pick, the ultimate glue. Thank you, Dee Dee. I get so excited. Heart's beating faster. I get that dolphin voice. I go, that's what I was saying, Jess. Don't force it. Don't make yourself go down and do art if you're not really ready for it. You got to be inspired and itchy, and that's when it's the best. When you start missing it. So I came on early. I was missing it. I was missing playing. I wanted to play. Guess that's it. Just a bunch of scratchy little lines. And go back and add some more dots. Huh? Too much fun. Where's my Martha seeking for art? I haven't seen her yet today. She's probably hanging out with the girls. Out to dinner. I hope her hand's getting better. Well, I'm sure it's getting better, but I mean like 100% better soon. So we got to get busy on our steampunk stuff. Told her I'd make her a hat. I'm busy. I'm busy. I have to get started on my steampunk stuff, or I will have waited too long and not be able to get the things done that I want. So there's some more baby's breath. Baby's breath. She's like a little flower girl with her bunny, isn't she? She's so cute. 4:39 at your house. Yep, around 7:30. So, again, girls, let me know if you see Patty come on to do some jelly printing or whatever she's going to do. We love it. We'd love to go over there and watch her play. So I want to tone these down, but I don't want brown. No, not today. I don't want be a rose. All right, I got them all jumbled up, but that doesn't matter. I just want to get some color on them. Do you think pink would be pretty? Put some pink ink on the words. I need to cut these up a little more. I like the pink, the reds, the greens, the whites. I think maybe I'll do it pink, but maybe then I'm incorporating another. There's a little pink in here. You're going to Barcelona. Get out, Claire. Oh, I'm so jello. Green jello all the way. I know Claire loves her steampunk as much as I do. I mean, I was telling the postmaster when I was in there that about steampunk, and just before I said what it was, he goes, "I know what steampunk is." I'm like, "Oh, cool, cool." Barcelona, how gorgeous is that going to be? Yeah, Brenda, she made it into magazine. We're so proud of you, Claire. One, that you initiate it and go for it and do it. I don't do it, and I should, but I'm so proud of you for taking the initiative and doing it. You girls that do your art, all of you should submit to magazines. I bet I know, all of you would be published. The links are open, so if there's any way you can link it if you want to. I do believe, Brenda, it's a magazine that's not here in the U.S., but maybe you could order it and have it shipped here. Maybe. So did anybody think that pink would look nice on here? I'm thinking pink would look nice, and since I just had the chalks out in that pink the other day, I think I'll just pull some chalks and see how it looks. We can always just practice. Practice. Piece of white paper, let's see. Here's a piece of white paper. Make a piece of white paper. I can do this toned down pink. I don't have to use that real bright pink. It's just enough to tone down the white. I think it'll work. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. And then I can highlight the edges a little bit darker. It's hard to tell about the pink because the green marker you pulled out looked like Wedgwood blue. It probably is Wedgwood blue. See, it's blue green. And put the cap back on tight. I'm just gonna chalk these up. I just don't want the bright white. The black is harsh enough. You probably won't see it much, but I will. And I want to cut these up a little bit more. And then I can get the ink pad in Victorian Rose or another darker color pink. I don't know, can you tell that it's been toned down with the pink? It's not that harsh, bright white. There you go. There's her blog. Thank you, Claire, for putting that up. Links are open, girls. Put your blogs and Etsy or whatever you have. I don't care. If you want to promote, do it. And now's your chance. I got my shoes drawn, Dee Dee, if you want to see the shoes I drew. I never did get the picture or the whole page finished, but I did get my shoes drawn. Came out pretty cool. Alright, got a little pink on there. Now let's get some other pink on the edge. Chalk the words maybe in pink. Okay, got some pink going on. Now I want to get the other inks just to give it even more of a border. And I think I'll just take a dauber instead of the whole pad. One of these little finger daubers. We have picked raspberries. It was really bright. I don't think I want it that bright. In fact, I know I don't want it that bright. Pinks are on this side. Pinks and purples, evidently. That's purple. Milled lavender. Victorian velvet. Tattered rose. And here's the one I want. Spun sugar. Come on. Come out, come out. Yep, that spun sugar. That one will work. Put those back. Purple, purple, purple. And pinks and reds. And orange. There we go. Put that back. Okay, thanks, Vaughn. Vaughn said you can tell that it's pink. And this might not even be dark enough. I'm hoping it is. A little bit. Yep, that's good. Not too harsh. Tim Holtz would call this aircrafting. When you'd hold something up like this and put your ink on the edge, instead of using the mat and coming in. Look, even some of my ink is starting to smear. Oh well. Yeah, I smeared that. See? It's actually easier to set it down and run it on the edge than it is to hold it up, especially the thin copy paper. Duh. And then I should be cutting them up before I finish inking them so I can get the other edge that I cut. Notice I'm talking out loud to myself. Oh, we do that, don't we? Scissors. All right, let's be a rose. I think I'll do them all individually. That's taken on a lot of work, isn't it? There, for Joycey, I licked my finger. Joycey, Dar licked her finger. It was lickable. Aircraft. That's right, Vaughn. He called them aircrafters. Tim Holtz has the best sense of humor. If you've never taken one of his classes and you have the opportunity to do so, I recommend it highly. He's hilarious. Hilarious. I didn't know that about the man until I met him. He's very down to earth, personable. He's not stuck up. He takes time. He'll talk to you. And he's a superstar. He is a superstar. Yeah, you're eavesdropping. I'll let you. I'll let you. No problemo. Yeah, Brenda says she wants me to problem solve out loud. That's what Jenny always says too. They like to watch the process. Look, more lickable. Just for you, Joycey. I told the girls years ago I wouldn't do it so much anymore. I have a spray bottle of water right here on my side, and that works better. But there were a time when I would be doing this inking on the edges of something, and I want to change the color or something, and I would just spit right on my mat, take the paper towel and wipe it down. Ew. Ew. Ew, Dar. No, she doesn't do it anymore. But I am using a little bit of spit on my finger to pick up these papers, and I'll admit it. When you're my age, you can spit if you want to. Just don't spit in the wind, you know? It'll come back and hit you in the face. Nah. I'm just throwing these on here. I don't know exactly where placement's going to go yet. Yeah, that ink's smearing a little bit. Okay, let's get this right. Okay. Now I'm going to fool with them, and I shouldn't, but I am. Purez, which gives fragrance. I guess I could have printed it out smaller, huh? I did have a smaller one. Let's see. There you go. Thank you, Dee Dee. I don't think there's a mom on earth that didn't ever give their kid a spit shine one day or another, one time or another, at least once. With a tissue out of your pocketbook. That was before we had those cute, cool little travel handy wipes. I'm going way back in the day. Cheryl agrees with me. So true, right? I'll try to get this back up in frame here. And you can all help me out with the balance, the juxtaposition. You do not spit on cat. Well, that's right, Jess. You don't have to. They have handy wipes and baby wipes and all other kinds of cool things. Little towelettes, little alcohol towelettes, all kinds of stuff. But Mom would only do a spit shine, truthfully, when she got the kids in the car and they had something to eat and they got it on their face right before you arrived at Great Aunt Emmy's house, who's very pristine and very uppity, and you know you're going to go in her house and she's going to look at your kids like, don't you ever wash their face and hands? And it's like you didn't want to be embarrassed with whatever they had on their face. So you'd quick grab a hanky and tap it on your tongue, and then that would hit their face and they would be spit clean. And then Aunt Pris wouldn't be all, or Aunt Emma, whomever, wouldn't be all like judgmental. Jana's got to go. I missed it, what Jana said. You did it to your grandson today, Vicki? Well, nice to meet you. Or to church, right? You didn't want the church girls to sit. You have gelatos coming in the mail. All right, let's break it up into groups of a group of 3. Fragrance even. Trying not to cover up all the roses. It's not working yet. Let's see. I'm going to fool with this for a minute or two, girls. I hope you don't mind, but when it's pleasing to my eye, I think maybe it is kind of big. I'm making it look harder than what it really is. Like I said, I used to rush through this stuff so fast, and then I figured it out. You girls don't care how long it takes me to do something. You don't care. You just want a place to hang out. There's my Martha. Hi, Martha. Been missing you. Did you and Nancy get my package today? I hope. I hope. She got Dee Dee's card. I have to wait for the lag to see if she got my package today. I'm hoping, because I mailed Nancy for the card swap as well. Oh, you did? Good. Then I have to find out for sure from Nancy if she got hers. Good, good, good. I think I'm happy with it right here like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Did you open a little door on the front of it, Martha? And Nancy goes, whew, I can breathe. Yay! You see the roses on the page? I used a celery stub. I pulled some of them off to make a smaller, but I have the larger and then the smaller ones. Aren't they pretty? I'm sure you've done this. I'm sure you've done that before, Martha. They came out nice. Nancy went to dinner. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the words where they are right now. That's where I'm going to go with it. Take a stretch and a yawn. And then get some glue. To some Scotch quick dry. And of course I'm going to have to do some doodling on it too. Some pen work. Got to. Where's my other book? I wanted to show you what I did last week. I finished it. Here's the one I did with the prompts. My way. This is what I wrote on it. It says, the ones we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. So I did finish it, girls. All right, let's get the pin, glue this on, keep going. Thanks, girls. It looks good. You haven't tried the celery? Oh, I bet you will now. I bet you'll be like Joycey and the rest of the girls digging in the bottom of your vegetable bin to see what you can come up with. I did a lemon also, a piece of a lemon, but because it was so wet, it didn't pick up a whole lot of the paint. Of course, I was running out of paint, but that gave me a really nice impression right here, too. I like that it's faded and pale. And then we can put secret messages in it with the lemon juice, right? The D word again. faint. All right, let's get some glue on here and do some doodling. And it was all done without the prompts tonight, girls. How about that? You got a new refrigerator and range. Ooh. Oh, well, you'll get more celery again. I'm sure. Now that summer's coming up. And Lee's going to be making his infamous, delicious potato salad. You'll be getting cucumbers and carving cucumbers. You'll be carving cucumbers for a stamp. What am I saying, Vaughn? I forget. I don't realize what I'm saying that's making you faint. I won't try to make you faint. What did I say? But I'm happy for you that you got a new fridge and range. I hope you didn't get the glass top kind. They're a real pain in the neck to keep clean. Oh, and I got to tell you, I'm so beside myself. Yep, my darling, beloved, past Dickie every day hosed down the car. And we have really harsh water with a lot of lime, calcium, and all that good stuff. And it built up a film, like soap scum, on the windows, that they are not clear. They're foggy. So after watching a commercial on TV for Kaboom, which is supposed to be one of the better products, and I tried everything but Kaboom on those windows. Vinegar, baking soda, everything. I decided I'll go get some of this Kaboom, spray that on there, and then use one of those green scrubbies that I use on my stovetop. And I scratched the hell out of my windows. They are more blurry and more foggy than they were from the start. So I came in here. I did not cry, but I did pitch a bitch and whine and cry about it, literally. And every day thereafter, every time I get in the car, I whine about it. I'm thinking, now I have to get a new windshield because I totally destroyed it. Disgusting. I was disgusted with myself. Totally. Instead of just trying it on one little spot, I did the whole darn thing. Oh, doodle. Okay, it gives you hives. Now I got you. I won't have to say that word again tonight. But don't do it, girls. Don't use one of those green scrubby nylon that aren't supposed to scratch, Teflon pans. It ruined my car. I'm such an idiot. What an idiot. Why didn't I just test a spot? So, the Kaboom might have worked a little bit, but the scouring pad did not. It did not. So, Vaughn, you're not one of those girls that like to do fancy pen work, huh? I bet you do, but you just don't like the word. I'll put it in foil and it'll last forever. Even with the paint on it, you could like take the paint and wash it off with a little bit of dish detergent. I might do that, but now I have a rose that's smaller, so when I do the next time, then I have to peel it back and make it even smaller. It'll go down to just a rosebud size. I'll have a rosebud celery stamp. No, I didn't check with a glass refinisher if they can polish the glass. That's a good idea, Kathleen. Thank you. I'll get my son right on that and Google it. Hey, son, you awake? No, he's napping. Poor kid. I feel bad for him. He's for his spine, his neck and his spine. He's had a lot of trouble with it. He's been to doctors, and we're trying to do the least invasive. What do you call it? Well, we're using medicine. We're not doing any surgery or anything yet, or needles, acupuncture or anything yet. But they want to put him on a medication, and you cannot smoke cigarettes with it at all. So he's in total cigarette withdrawals, which is his way of coping with it is sleeping. I would too, probably want to just go to bed and stay in bed for days, for a week. But that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to the best he can on his withdrawals so that he can take that new medication. He has 2 areas in his upper spine that are herniated and ruptured, and he's a good candidate for, they want to do nerve blocks and all kinds of stuff to him, but we're not ready to go to that great of an invasive. But he's doing all right. He's a good kid. I know. Now, I mean, if you want to eat it, don't know about pain. Oh, sure, all funny. When you're storing it in the refrigerator to eat it, if it's in aluminum foil, it'll last forever. I did not know that. No, I didn't know that. So I think I'd like to bring back in some more white, even though I toned this paper down to pink. I have some of these little white dots in there for the baby's breath. So I think I'd like to do some pen work with the white pen. Yeah, you can empathize with him. Yep. But I guess he's dealing with it the best way he can, which means I'm going to sleep. Then I won't even know. I don't know how people can sleep that much, though. Okay. I'm getting anxious to come visit with you, Martha. You have to let me know when you get to have a long weekend again. Memorial Day in May, maybe. Yeah. Thanks, Claire. I think like Vaughn said, the roses are what really make it so pretty. I agree. I think the roses are what really did it. I know that when they put up their prompt for this week to find a quote, when I found the quote first, and then I went to the refrigerator for the celery. Joyce even does it with cabbage. I guess a heart of the cabbage. When we were kids, if you got to eat the heart of the cabbage when Mom was chopping it up to make, if you got to eat the heart of the cabbage, that was like the treat, like getting the icing bowl to lick out. You know, we loved that heart, that cabbage heart. Okay, what else can we do? What else can we do, gang? Oh, okay, you're going to work on the house and getting ready for the baby. And I guess the baby's going to get my bedroom, huh? Dar's not going to have a bedroom anymore. Huh, huh. Tell the baby I'll share. Now, is Liz far enough along to know boy or girl, or still in the first couple months and hasn't had the ultrasound or anything done? You got to let me know. Details, details. Oh, your mind will wander. Yeah, you tell that baby I'll share my bedroom that you provided for me when I'm there. I will share. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I guess Grandmom's going to supersede that one and say, I'm the grandmom here. All right, let's let that sit and marinate for a couple minutes. I made a print of this, Martha. This is too funny. You'll get it. Not everybody will get this or understand it as well as Martha does. Nancy and I have a never-ending dog each other, jokingly, cracking up. Like for instance, we were out of town. We were there standing outside, and Martha and Nancy were heading over to a little store. And Nancy turns around and looks at me. She goes, "Are you coming with me?" I said, "No, I wouldn't be caught dead in public with you." That kind of stuff when you're just totally razzing each other constantly. All right? That's the kind of relationship I have with Nancy in Maryland. We just razz the heck out of each other. So I found this when I was on Easter Sunday. We went down to the Cape May Mall. Martha was there with Lee, and we went on that little tour. And the novelty shops, they have this one novelty shop. It's called Just for Laughs. And I'm sure you girls have seen these retro 50s type print pictures, and then they put their own journaling on it. It says medicated and motivated. Those kind of things. They're just for fun. Sometimes they're pretty ornery. Pretty ornery. So this was the ornery one that I found to send to Nancy with the cards, Martha. It says, "You drink too much, you swear too much, you have no morals. You're everything I've ever wanted in a friend." That's us. That's me, Nancy, and Martha, believe it or not. I like to do, when I do art when us three girls are together, you gotta have the three girls, right? You drink too much, you swear too much, you have no morals. You're everything I've ever wanted in a friend. So it's a magnet. I sent that to Nancy. I think she'll get a joke out of that. It's funny. And then there's another one. Okay. This is for Jess. Jess says she will not use spit on Caleb's face. All right. So you need to get something like this. Something like this, but not this. It says, "Great friends like you make me pee my pants a little." Crazy Beautiful Wet Wipes Deluxe 10-pack. You make me laugh harder than anyone. You are like funfetti to me. If I were to eat you, I wouldn't care about the calories. That's how sweet you are. I mean, I'd care, but I'd hit the Stairmaster to burn you off. General Natural Biodegradable Wipes for hands and face with light citrus scent and zest. So it's just for fun. That novelty shop has the most ornery stuff in it to give you a giggle. Yeah, Jess, they're just the funniest thing. And they don't have a website. The company's name for this particular, look for the company, is called Blue Q, very best quality. Pittsville, USA, Blue Q. And they do have a website for the store, just for laughs, cm.com. Maybe you can purchase online with them. I don't know. But there's the website. You make me pee my pants a little. So I made a print of it. Nancy's getting the original magnet. She can put on a refrigerator or put it in the basement. I don't care. So Dee Dee, again, you won for Huggin' Australian Day. I had 7 contestants. Sandy Jones posted a picture of Jen Osgren, APT Jamie, Mandy Mitz, Cheryl Angelbug, Jeannie Blissful Crafter, Carol OK, and Vaughn. And then I wrote down all the winners, and I went through all the names in the bowl and took out everybody that's previously won so that it's fair. And then for next week's homework, due May the 3rd, we are going to do anything that inspires you about Mother Goose. It's Mother Goose Day, May the 1st, but your homework's due on the 3rd. May 1st is Mother's Goose Day, and it's an appreciation of nursery rhymes and stories. So you better brush up on your nursery rhymes, Martha. And you better get yourself a nursery rhymes Mother Goose book for the grandbaby. And Mother's Goose dates back to the 1650s, and it had stories in it such as Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, Sleeping Beauty. And I was thinking to myself, these are stories that Walt Disney did. How cool. So if you find anything in the Mother Goose rhymes that inspires you as your theme, go for it. Whatever. You don't have to do Mother Goose on the Flying Goose. You don't have to do her. Just anything out of her book. Or her. Either or. So I printed out all the fun facts and holidays and stuff for May. And I found one that applies to you also, Martha. I thought was pretty cool. Let's see if I can find it. Cinco de Mayo Day. Oh, I don't know if I'll find it or not. I'm letting this marinate. Let it marinate. Marinate. Here's the portfolios that I started on. They were on sale. I ordered them and got them online. But I didn't get very far with them. This one's just got the front cover so far. And the little one, I'm using the Graphic 45 Couture. Didn't get very far on this one either. Just that much so far. But it's a work in progress. I was reading, I was looking, excuse me, I was looking for the paper that I printed out. It said that it is a lot of people that don't know the culture think that it was Mexico's Independence Day, and it's not. September 16th is Mexico's Independence Day. Cinco de Mayo was traditionally formed and founded just to have Hispanic and Mexican culture recognized. And that's it. And that's cool. I think that's very cool. I learned something. In fact, I love going to that website. I get such cool information and prompts and inspiration. I would never run out of a prompt on something to do by going to that website. I lost my printout, but not that it matters. I just explained to you what I wanted to tell you anyway. And I didn't mess it up. So, this has been marinating. Well, I do, Martha. I have baby stuff. When I was in Michigan with Mitzi, our Mitzi Carey, I bought baby stamps up there. So I can lend them to you. I can lend them to you. That's funny, Jess. You would leave it to your husband, to the other half. Random stuff. They're funny. They're just really funny. Yeah, Eileen, it's marinating. It doesn't know yet if it's finished. It can find room for more. Did Patty come on? It's after 7. I'm waiting to find out if our Patty Tully Parish is coming on. Or is this her weekend to be away? I know she's been talking about planning it and packing and making extra papers for her girlfriends. She's getting all ready for it. So maybe it's this weekend that she's out of town. I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, Martha, you're going to have to give me more details about that grandbaby. Because curious minds want to know. You know. If you talk to your son and your daughter-in-law, just tell them I said congratulations for a chance. Okay, so they did say that it was... I know that there was something to do with the revolution with the French invading in Mexico. I did read that part. But the part that surprised me is it's September 16th that is National Independence Day for Mexico. That Cinco de Mayo does not designate that it's Independence Day. That's a separate date. That's what I found out tonight. You're going to go to bed, Rose? Okay, honey. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. We love you. Peace and love and sweet dreams, Joyce. Yeah, that could be it. She's out of town. Oh, she had posted pictures. Well, that's cool. She must be having a good time. One of the gorgeous girls. So maybe I could get out a couple more stamps and do a little more coloring if there's nothing else to do. Okay, and November 20th was from the Revolution. So Cinco de Mayo is just a day that they designated to celebrate your culture, the culture of the Hispanics and Mexicans. Beautiful colors and clothes and traditions and food. Oh my God, the food. To die for. I don't know what to do. What to do, what to do, what to do. Oh. So girls, you have a suggestion? Anything you'd like me to work on or do or play? Because I think I'm going to let this marinate for a while. I'll look back at it in a few days. Yeah, Day of the Dead is November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Day of the Angels, that's right, Martha. And then 3rd is something else also. Maybe I need some white dots up here. What shall we do? Huh? Still haven't gotten these completely finished. Maybe I could work on gluing some chains or something on them. They need some more details on the... And I do want to punch a hole in here to make them that they hang. I don't know if I want to work on these or not. That's something else. But the ice resin stuff came out really nice. Alright. I need some suggestion. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some more white spatters up there, but by now my paint's dried. Huh. I could always make up some more. See, yeah, there's a little bit of white over here. Of course, I saw a white blob and I thought it was the paint and it was the glue. Now I'm going to have gluey white paint. How about that? Something different. There's Darcy. Darcy's been way busy. Busy. I think I'll mask off that a little bit. I don't get dots all over her. Not wet enough. Okay, a little more. Just a little more. Not having good luck. There it goes, but it's going in the wrong place. Oops. Come back here. Don't do that. Alright. Must be my brush. Must be me. Must be me. There it goes. Got the right consistency. Just sat there for so long. Didn't want to do anything. Alright, back to this. Thank you, Darcy. You're sweet. You are a sweetheart. Look, I did get white paint over here anyway. Spit shine. Okay, just a little bit. Put that back. Anybody else want to stream? Play? Make cards? Do something? Alright, let's see what Annie says. Anna. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, the encaustic waxes. Yeah, I have a set that was gifted to me. I don't use it. Haven't used it. I should have given it to Martha. I should have. Alright, it's still marinating. You know what I could do? Put the date. Today is the 26th. That's always good to do. Sign and date it, but I don't have to sign it because it's going in my book. Any suggestions, girls? What you want me to do? Mike's had some chipboard albums for $2.99 a pack. That's what Nancy's doing. Nancy's playing with the encaustic wax. Give me a starter kit a couple years ago, and you never touched it until today. Martha has the best melted crayon techniques. The next time you see Martha's name in the chat here, Nancy, click on it, follow her. And links are open if anybody wants to put in their... This week's word is going to be anything Mother Goose. Anything Mother Goose. Any of the stories, any of the rhymes. any of the artwork, anything Mother Goose related. Yeah, it could be one of the stories it says that it has rhymes and stories in the book, Mother Goose Rhymes. They also have stories like Little Red Riding Hood. Who doesn't love to do Little Red Riding Hood? Little Red Riding Hood. You know, it would probably look nice in this. Some glimmer, some shine, some stickle, some gold, some embossing. While it sits here and marinates, I'll think about maybe putting some gold or silver or something sparkly in there. Yes, the white baby's breath does help make it pop. Maybe like a gold leaf pen around the edges. No, dude, no, 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 none of the DOO. Maybe some gold. Okay, what can we do with gold? I have a deco ruler here that has a fancy edge, but it's just a little bit too big for her on the top. Nope, can't use it on the top. I'd only be able to use it on the bottom or the sides. Could do just the sides. Let's get a nice fat gold pen and decal the edge. Thanks, Martha. I think the roses really pop. They really look good. I had fun. This page, I really had fun with this page. Look, I have Mother Mary sitting here in front of me and poor baby Jesus' hand's broken off. And I can't find it. It's outside or it's been gone for a long time. I still laugh to this day. Moonlit Rose isn't here right now, but I was digging through ephemera and pictures, and somehow, somewhere, one of the postcards that had Jesus Christ on it had fallen down, and I picked it up and I put it in the pile of stuff that I was doing. I said, "Oh, look, I just found Jesus." And Joyce said something, "Yeah, Dar found Jesus on a Friday night or a Saturday night." That cracked me up. Like it was the first time I'd found him. It was funny. I'm looking for the right gold pen. That's kind of like a thick point on it. Dara put mega flakes around the edge. That's an idea. They are pretty too. They think it'd probably take up too much. I'll play with the mega flakes on something else. Definitely. We can do that. I haven't had them out in a while. I'm looking for just the right... There it is. This one, metallic marker. It has a nice thick point. You won't get to see the sheen and the shine of it as much as I do. You can barely see it unless you turn it on this, move it around. I think if Happy Diane were here, she'd say, "Stickles! Stickles!" I have no idea where I would put them if I did. Now I hear one of my kitty cats crying. I think he wants to go out. Alright. Let that marinate. We'll get out some glitter. I'll see if the scrapbook store's going out of biz. Aw. Yeah, they are, Martha. The internet's taking over. Yes, they are. Alright, I'll get some gold glitter fun flakes out. Who was playing with them last time I was watching? Somebody just recently. Somebody. Who was it? Well, see, there goes that short-term memory. I can't remember short-term. Shit. CRS. I'm looking. I'll be right back in a minute, girl. My cat wants to go out. Okay, I'm back. Spooky's happy now. He got to go out. That kitty cat likes to sleep all day and prowl all night. Okay. There's the glitter. Has anyone read? No, I haven't. I bought more when it was on sale. But not from this company. Not from the footer glue. This one's so pretty. The variegated blue leaf. That's dulled down. To lay that sheet down and get that. It's so pretty. This is the card that Claire, Paint My Hair, sent me with this kit. This was a rack. Thank you so much again, Claire. This is awesome, awesome, awesome gift. I had to run out the front door and yell. It's awesome. Unbelievable. So let me find a decent rubber stamp. Or some kind of rubber stamp. I know not everybody's crazy about paisley, but I am. I grew up with it in the 60s as a teenager. And I dig it. A small one and a large one, and it's a nice print. You know, it's got enough space on it to actually pick up a lot of the glitter, the foil, the gold, or whatever color I use. And I like to get a nice piece of cardstock or a card. Okay. I'll use these Recollections. Pulled out a couple cards. This is fun stuff, I'm telling you. It's like When they say it's like gold, it's true. No pun intended. It's like gold. I'd like to try to use this. So if I were to make a card, this would be the front. Let's try it. So just so you can see that this is versatile, that you might not necessarily have to have the flakes, that you could possibly use the sheets if you want to use a different brand like Mona Lisa or whatever comes your way. But isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, so pretty. It's pretty. So I'm going to try to use some of that. And then what's left over as far as flaky stuff that doesn't stay in the sheet, I will put in the jar with the ones that have the blues. That color. Yeah, Jess, who was it that was playing with it last time? I forget. I can't remember. It was just last week. Somebody was using it for us on stream. Glue. You can see how frugal I am. I have the teeniest, tiniest little piece of sponge, right? It's not like you can't go out there and find more sponge somewhere. You probably could find another way to sponge this on. Now, Claire says, and it's true, to read the directions before you do this, because the secret is, once you glue up your stamp and you stamp your image, you're not going to mush it down and hold it down like you would if it were an ink stamp. You're going to kiss it. You're going to put it down and bring it up again fast. You're just trying to kiss the paper to get the glue on it. So I think I have that spread around pretty evenly. You, I guess, would need a decent stamp that's like, if this is a foam stamp and it got mushed, one side was lower than the other, maybe it wouldn't be a good choice. But this one seems to be fair. And again, I'm kind of off camera, so let me move some of this so you can see. It's just press it down and lift it up quick, not holding it there like it's ink. And up. And looking over it from the side, I can see that it did. It really made a nice print. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the paper towel and soak it with water, and maybe not. Maybe I'll use that same stamp again. It's not dried on there yet. And I'm going to try getting this. But instead of, I don't know, what am I doing? I'll just flip it over and lay it on top. And bring that up. Yeah, this is going to have to go back in the jar with the other blue. Okay, now I get the little scrubby. Lightly. All right, now this one, see how it has the blues, the different color blues. So it's the same stuff, but it's just not in a sheet. And I'll put that there. My hand must have a little bit of stick on it, huh? Neat. It's like Pandora's box. Okay, my room's nice and glittery. So it really doesn't matter if it's in a sheet or not. I guess a bigger stamp imprint would come out even prettier, I would think, to see that design. So if you can find this stuff when it's on sale, really inexpensive, you can just keep filling up your jars. Same stuff. Same stuff. Mm-hmm. All right. This is the Tim Holtz stamps. Find something to stamp in there, maybe a verse or sentiment or something. In dreams, we catch glimpses of life larger than we are. Ooh, nice. Looking for something to stamp on it. Anything will do, Dar. Is that too long? That one will work. Question. Did you wash your stamp yet, Dar? No. Thank you, Cheryl. Good idea. Go wash the stamp. Still tacky enough, you know? Yeah, let me go put it in some soapy water. Ta-da-ta-da. Okie dokie then. Thank you, Cheryl. Yep, it's in the wash now. Soaking. I wiped it. I hope he's not connected to the umbrella. And a little bit. I pulled it off. You know what you do with your clear stamps? You rub it on your arm, and then your skin conditions these clear silicone type stamps. I'm just going to use a block. Oops, it's on the wrong way. And then just like this, because they have a film on them, chemical film. And I guess the skin particles in the hair, whatever, the oils and stuff, I don't know, it just conditions them. I used to use a red rubber eraser, but I find this so much faster and so much easier. So now it's not tacky at all. There's no stick, and the ink will go on it, and it'll stamp nice. New way of conditioning. What can I say? Had to share. Had to share that one. You're allowed to rejuvenate, Cheryl. You're supposed to go in a non-artistic mood every once in a while, so that when you do get inspired to do something, you're not forcing it. You're ready. Take as long as you need to recuperate and get back to your art, doing what you love to do. Don't push it. Don't force it. It won't be good. I've been known to take days and days off at a time, and then other times I just go every day till I hit that wall. I don't feel it. You don't want to have too much of an art burnout. You might not ever pick it up and go back to it. Nope, don't burn yourself out. I didn't have a foam pad underneath of this, so I'm pressing it and holding it, hoping that the ink absorbs into the paper, because I'm not doing the best stamping here without the pad underneath. But we'll see. It's supposed to look grungy anyway, so that's good. That's good enough for me. See how it looks all dotty around the letters? It's supposed to look like that. Alright, so now it needs a little bit more than just that. You're right, Cheryl. Don't force it. Your Timmy stamps go to junk. This kind of silicone, there's different kinds of clear silicone stamps, and yeah, some of them aren't using the very, very best materials to make them. They do disintegrate. And never, ever, ever, ever use stays on ink remover on these kind of clear. They will disintegrate even faster. The chemical in that stays on will just melt these little silicone stamps to nothing. Better off just using a baby wipe. So I heard, I don't know everything. To the ones you have an issue with. Yes, maybe it's just not the best product, right? Okay, what else shall we add on this? Ooh, I know. I'm going to get some of Jessie's. Here, I'm calling her Jessie. I'm getting some of the Jess dots out. I need a Jess dot here and there. Do you think it'll distract from the gold? Ooh, look what I got. I think it'll distract from the gold, maybe. But I have to do it anyway. Now, if only they had gold dots, right? Everybody likes to do the 3 little dots. Right. Nope, I don't. I didn't scrub this long enough with the scrubby thing. Because some of the design's on, some of it's off. Alright, that's better. Maybe I can add a couple dots right in there. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe. Maybe, baby. It's going to end up like crap if I do. Yay, enamel dots. You have an addiction to them. I think they'll look good right there underneath there. Yeah, you're probably going to get me addicted to them too some way, somehow. Come here, you little booger ball. I guess you use the X-Acto knife that makes it easier. Or do you use a pokey tool? I forget. Better be straight. I did it. I really, really did it. I used the enamel dots, Jazz. Aren't you proud of me? They are pretty. I like the ones in these colors. Look at that pretty teal. Ooh, so pretty. And this one, they're all pretty. I can see why you're addicted to them. They're just gorgeous. All right. This has a lot of white space. Let's put a black line or a gold line or something around it. I don't mind the white space. It just looks undone. It does not look finished. Yeah, you use your craft knife. Okay. It did work better that way, actually, than the tweezers. I'm a tweezers person. I love my tweezers, but that was not working with that very well. I don't want to use the gold pen because it's not as bright gold as the other was. I think I'll use a black. Is this one going to write for me? It's nice and thin. Okay, let's see. I have one of these magnifying rulers that you can see through. And I think that makes it... Oops, I got this one that's clear. You can actually see if you're lined up properly without having it crooked. That's what I'm going to use. See if I can get it straight. Go back in there. Trying to get it straight. You know how sometimes you just have to look through something? I think what I'll do is put a pencil mark that I can actually see. Oh, there's a pencil mark. And I can erase that then. And I'm going to line up that line and that line. And it's curved on me a little. Good grief. Come on, work with me. That went in pretty far, huh? It's magnified. So it went in way inside a lot further than I thought it would. Deal with it, Dar. I think this ruler is meant to be used for counted cross stitch. They have books that show you the X's, and each little X is a different color. And this will magnify the pattern for you, so when you do your counted cross stitch, you can get it done right. I used to do a lot of counted cross stitch, but I never used one of these rulers. My eyes used to be pretty good back then. Try not to smear it. Well,